Welcome back, tennis fans, because something truly important has just been confirmed, and it's sending a real ripple through the sport. Alexandra Ela is officially in the main draw of the Internazionale BNL d'Italia in Rome. No qualifiers, no extra matches. Straight into one of the toughest events on the entire calendar. Take a second and understand what that actually means. At a WTA 1000 level tournament, players ranked outside the cut are forced into qualifying rounds, grueling matches just to earn a spot. By entering directly, Eala skips all of that. She saves energy, avoids early risk, and steps immediately onto one of the biggest stages in tennis at the Foro Italico. And that stage? It's unforgiving. Rome isn't like the fast hard courts where she built her early 2026 success. This is heavy clay, slower conditions, longer rallies, points that test your lungs, your patience, and your discipline. It's the kind of environment where experience usually dominates and where young players often get exposed. Which is exactly why this moment is so fascinating. Because Eala's season has been a story of two completely different realities. On hard courts, she looked like a breakout star. Deep runs, confident shot making, and a historic climb into the top 30. She beat big names, drew massive crowds, and proved she belongs at the highest level. But the moment the tour shifted to clay, everything changed. The movement is different. The timing is different. The strategy is different. You can't rush points. You can't rely on quick winners. You have to build, reset, and endure. And against a player like Elise Mertens in Madrid, that gap became obvious. Long rallies, heavy shots, constant pressure. And suddenly, the match slipped away quickly. That loss wasn't just a bad result. It was a lesson. And now Rome becomes the test of whether those lessons are already turning into growth. Because waiting for her is one of the strongest fields in the world. Players like Iga Swiatek, Elena Rybakina, and Alina Svitolina thrive in these conditions. They know how to stretch points, absorb pressure, and punish impatience. And that's where preparation becomes everything. At the Rafa Nadal Academy, under the influence of Tony Nadal, Eala has been working inside a system built specifically for clay. This is the same philosophy that shaped Rafael Nadal, a style based on endurance, discipline, and relentless point construction. The question now is simple. Can she apply it under pressure? Because beyond the tactics and the results, there's another layer to this story. Wherever she plays, the support follows. From crowds in the US to the Filipino community in Italy, her matches are starting to feel bigger than just tennis. She's not just competing, she's representing something. And that kind of spotlight can either weigh you down or push you forward. So what does success actually look like in Rome? It's not about winning the title. Not yet. One strong win shows stability. 2 wins show real progress. A deep run? That changes everything. Ranking, confidence, and how opponents see her heading into the French Open. Because, make no mistake, Rome is not the final destination. It's the measuring point. The direct entry proves she belongs. What happens next will show how far she can go. So now the spotlight shifts to the court. Can Alexandra Ela adapt fast enough to survive clay at the highest level? Or is this still one step too early against the sport's most demanding surface? We're about to find out. After her singles exit in Madrid, Alexandra Ela still managed to salvage momentum in doubles, reaching the round of 16 alongside her partner before falling to the elite second-seeded team of Katerina Siniakova and Taylor Townsend. It was a respectable run, but the physical and mental fatigue from Madrid was clearly beginning to show. And that leads directly to one of the most important decisions of her season. Originally scheduled to compete at the Catalonia Open, a WTA 125 event in La Bisbal d'Empordà, Eala made a late call to withdraw. On paper, it might look like a missed opportunity. In reality, it was a calculated, high-level strategic move. At this stage of a demanding clay swing, pushing through another tournament, especially one immediately following a grueling WTA 1000 campaign, can be risky. Fatigue compounds quickly on clay. Matches are longer. Rallies are heavier. The physical toll is relentless. Instead of forcing more court time, Eala chose something far more valuable: recovery and recalibration. By stepping away from Catalonia, she gained time to rest, time to reset mentally, and most importantly, time to refine her game specifically for the next major test, Italian Open in Rome. This is where the influence of the Rafa Nadal Academy becomes critical. Few places in the world understand clay court tennis like this system. Built around the philosophy of Rafael Nadal, it emphasizes patience, positioning, and intelligent shot construction over raw aggression. In the days leading up to Rome, Eala's team, guided by experienced coaches, will be focused on very specific adjustments, improving her movement and sliding mechanics on clay, refining court positioning to avoid being pushed too far behind the baseline, building points more patiently instead of rushing winners, using heavy topspin to control rallies rather than flattening shots too early, because make no mistake, the challenge awaiting her in Rome is immense. The field at the Italian Open is stacked with the absolute elite. Players like Aryna Sabalenka bring overwhelming power capable of hitting through any surface. Elena Rybakina combines precision with one of the most dangerous serves in the game. Coco Gauff offers elite movement and defensive coverage on clay. And then there's Iga Swiatek, arguably the most dominant clay court player of this generation. For Eala, success in Rome won't come from overpowering these players. It will come from outthinking them. Her path forward is tactical. Maintain a high first serve percentage to avoid defensive positions, use her left-handed forehand to target opponents' backhands, extend rallies, and rely on fitness to wear opponents down, stay disciplined in long points instead of forcing risky shots. Her left-handed game, in particular, is a major weapon. On clay, that heavy cross-court forehand naturally kicks higher and wider, especially into a right-hander's backhand. That exaggerated bounce can push opponents out of position and open up the court for finishing shots. If used consistently, it becomes a pattern that can disrupt even top-tier players. And the stakes couldn't be higher. A strong run in Rome, 2 or 3 wins, maybe even an upset, could completely reshape her clay season narrative. It would boost her ranking, elevate her confidence, and position her as a legitimate threat heading into French Open. On the flip side, an early exit would increase pressure going into Paris, where expectations are already rising. But this is exactly the kind of environment that builds champions. At just 20 years old, Eala is already competing at a level many players spend years trying to reach. She has cracked the top 30, earned significant prize money, and become the most prominent tennis figure the Philippines has ever produced. What she's facing now isn't failure, it's evolution. The struggles on clay aren't setbacks. They are necessary lessons. Every difficult match, every loss to a seasoned opponent, every adjustment made behind the scenes is part of the transition from rising talent to consistent contender. And the way she's handling it, stepping back when needed, training with purpose, and preparing deliberately, shows a maturity far beyond her years. Rome is not just another tournament. It is a proving ground, a place where preparation meets reality, where potential is tested against the very best, where the next phase of her career begins to take shape. Now, everything comes down to performance. Can she translate training into results? Can she adapt under pressure against elite competition? Can she turn this opportunity into a breakthrough moment? That's what makes this next chapter so compelling. Because one thing is clear, the story is far from finished. And Rome might just define where it goes next.